Our next guest didn't start performing stand-up comedy until her 36th birthday, but it hadn't slowed her down one bit. She has performed from coast to coast. She's got some great dry bar comedy routines that are online. She's even traveled overseas to entertain our troops. I want you to give a very warm welcome for the first time to our stage, Miss Kim Kerley.
Nice to be here. So I did start when I was 36, and I've been doing comedy for over 20 years, so add that up. I've got, yeah, I'm older. I've got 2 grown daughters. They're amazing and successful. They're 36, 34 years old. I'm very proud of them, and I'm learning, how to talk to them now, how to navigate these new waters of adulthood. I'm learning, things like, how do I ask them for money? It's not that I need it, it's just that they took from me for so long that, We go out to dinner or lunch, and when the check comes, I just sit and wait, and we stare at each other. It's uncomfortable for us all. So, I was given my mother's curse. I don't know if any of you had the mother's curse given to you. Clap if you had the mother's curse given to you. One day, you'll have a child just like you. There's a woman, yeah, and you'll know what you put me through. I had her, just like me. She even looks just like me. I don't know, it's just, you think that, well, if they're like you, maybe you can understand each other, but that's not the case. Not the case at all. So, I don't know, teenagers too. When she turned into a teenager, it was really, really difficult. Teenagers are like cats that lay around on dirty clothes. And they look at you like, what are you doing here? If you don't feed cats, they go away. Teenagers will do the same thing. Call up, what's for dinner tonight, Mom? Nothing. Well, I'm just gonna stay over here for dinner. Okay. Do that too long, though, it's a felony, so you gotta be careful about it. Nowadays, teenagers are real different. I don't know what it is about teenagers. They're not leaving home. They're not going home. I mean, they're staying there forever. When I was growing up, when 18 years old, you either got a job and went to college, you're out. Yeah, you with me? Nowadays, teenagers, they're not going anywhere. They're not getting their license, nothing. I think they're smart. Where's Billy? He's in his room. Been there for 25 years. So I give my daughter the mother's curse. True story, I did this. I waited until she had her little cat friends over one day. There was like 5 of them, and they were like laying in her room, and they're all dirty. I even stopped telling her to clean her room. I would just shove open the door and put my head in there and go, ah, and then shut it. Because, therapist said we need to communicate as best as we could. But I waited until her friends were over, and I had this purple fairy outfit, big wings and stuff. So it's very nice. And I had a scepter, and I had, a little thing put on my head, and I glitter, and I shoved open the door, and I ran in, I started throwing glitter around, and her friends are like, oh, hi, Miss Kerley. Shannon, your mom's a purple fairy. And she's on the bed, and she's playing guitar, and she just rolls her eyes at me. So I take the scepter, and I point it at her, and I said, someday you'll have a child just like you. And I ran out. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. She just looked at me and rolled her eyes like, whatever. She never even mentioned it until she was 25 years old at Christmas. I said, you know what? That's some funny stuff. I'm doing that on the Huckabee Show one day. I'm Kim Kerley. Thank you so much.
You just really related to, I think, every mom out there who's ever raised teenagers.
It looks like my audience. Looks like my audience out there.
Why did you wait to 36, though, to go on the comedy circuit?
I had kids and everything. And, it was funny. I had used to watch comedy on TV, of course, and I would just sit there and I would not laugh. I would just go, I thought about that. I thought that. And it was like, I found my people. And then when it was my 35th birthday, I had my family around. I made my brother laugh so hard he lost his breath. And he said, what a waste. You should be doing something with this. And so I took a class.
That's actually how it happened?
Yeah. Then I took a class the next year. A friend of mine bought a class for me, and on my 36th birthday, I went up. And my brother came 2.5 hours just to see me do 5 minutes.
At a comedy club,
At a
right?
comedy club in Austin, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
And then how did it become a career?
Well, I was obsessed. I was obsessed with it. I had to be on stage. That first time wasn't enough. It was crazy. So I did not miss an open mic in San Antonio. We had several open mics a week. I did not miss one for 4 years. I never missed an open mic, and then it was a commitment.
What did your daughters think when you started getting into comedy? Did they say, "Oh, this is great. Our mom's a comedian"?
Yeah, they did, sort of. They were little. I'd bring them to the club. They met a lot of people. They met a lot of famous people. Because I started opening. I thought it was great when I started opening. They met Chong. They met Louis Black, Ron White. And so, that was kind of cool for them.
Yeah.
But when I went into radio, morning radio, what do you talk about? You talk about your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to tell you, after the show, you're going to be able to want to catch Kim's digital exclusive comedy set. You can get that by going to Huckabee.tv. So there's more of Kim. And if you want even more, visit myumbrellaDrink.com. If you want to join her efforts to support finding a cure for MS, you should visit her on Facebook.